Greetings friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Love Fuller and I am here with the Minimalism Game. This is week 4 and this is part of the Decluttering with Friends collab hosted by Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life, where 7 YouTubers are posting videos every Sunday at 11 a.m. to show you what we have decluttered during our Minimalism Game. And in this week, week 4, we have to declutter 175 items. And as you can see behind me, I have quite a crazy looking mess. Let me show and tell. We are in my office. If you've seen any of my videos where I'm sitting down, you'll see that this is the background that I have behind me because it is behind my desk where I work. And this is a part of the room that is my dirty little secret, very dirty little secret that I haven't, of course, shown. So what had happened was we used to have a Monica room, and basically it was my Monica room when I moved here from South Florida. And these are just the boxes that I had that I just moved along with me. I have been notoriously terrible at taking care of papers. And literally I have papers coming out of every corner of my life. From work papers, from mail, to pictures and notebooks and stuff from my mom and my aunt who passed away. That aunt is Esther Roll from Good Times, by the way. And just madness that got kicked out of the Monica room because Alexis is now using that room as her office for her business. So, needless to say, this has got to go. Now, why, you might ask, don't you just put the stuff in the closet? Well, there's more in the closet. My Monica closet was a room. I can't even get in there to show you, like right now, because I have this chair in the way, but like, it's crazy. So anyway, just trust me when I say that the closet is full of similar things as well. We talked about, I think it was Gina who had her coupon binder. There are my coupon binders up there. I was an extreme couponer. As you can see, there is no way that I'm going to finish my decluttering during this series because I have so much more to go. That's just only in this room, right? We haven't even looked in the closet, and then also I have decluttering in other places of my house like normal people, right? So I will be continuing next month. I don't think I'm going to do it in the same way as the Minimalism Game, but I will be decluttering some kind of way. So if you have any ideas, would you like to join me in some kind of decluttering challenge or some kind of decluttering, another kind of decluttering with friends, although it's not going to be the same ladies, because they, trust me, those ladies are like way ahead of me. They do not need to declutter. But if any of you are watching who still need to declutter and you want to join along, or in general, if you have any idea for like how I can do it without doing like this the same way, then let me know. But I definitely need to do some kind of decluttering, and I want to put up a video about it each week. So there's that. So let me tell you, but for today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue, because I've already been working on this. We already got rid of one huge box, like around this size. I'm like dressed. I'm dressed to get to like work today. We got rid of one huge box full of papers like this already. So this is already a work in progress, if you can believe it. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take the same box, which I already have some papers in. This is 6 pounds worth of papers, and I know that because I got on the scale, weighed myself, and then I got on the scale with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 175 and divide it by 3, so that I will do so that I will have like 1/3 of a pound. I don't know how many pounds that is or whatever, but 1/3 of a pound is going to equal one item. Because today I have to declutter 175 items. So that is going to break down to about 60 pounds. So what I'm going to do is sit here. I'm going to actually put something on the TV screen back there. And I'm going to watch something, listen to something that's gonna play continuously while I sit here and get rid of 60 pounds of paper. That's it. Okay, I'm all settled in. It's probably about 45 minutes later, but I put on a blouse for you so I can look more appropriate, and I put on a microphone so you can hear me rather than me having to yell across the room at where the camera is. So I'm going to get started with this box. It's not that full, but just whatever folder's in here, I'm just gonna get started with it, and I will come back I'll come back if I have anything to say. Otherwise, I'm turning on my YouTube video. What's up, y'all? So welcome to this vlog. So as I got started, Mr. Fuller came in, and what I'm going through right now are papers from my career as a behavior analyst. And I don't want to, it's like telling me like how to conduct a functional behavior assessment. These are papers that I would need to know about how to be a behavior analyst. And he is saying that I can get rid of them because I am not going to be a behavior analyst. But I feel like I don't want to do that. I don't want to get rid of papers that I could use in the future. But he's saying you don't want to do that in the future. Just now I was thinking about holding on to these right here. And I was thinking that, I could teach this. I could teach about behavior analysis. But why would I teach about something that I don't like? Or I could just, put together a little handbook or something. Why? You have to I have to put my energy into that. And I don't like that stuff. I just don't like, I like behavior analysis in general, but I don't like the way the job is. First, he just talked me into that because I was like, I'm keeping a whole bunch of stuff from my, from teaching. And he's like, do you want to go back to teaching? And I'm like, no. So he, now I'm just throwing these things away so easily without even looking at them. Different, these are PowerPoints from, right now what I have in my hand is a PowerPoint from one of my students who I would have them, so teaching online, they would turn in their hard copy, not online, teaching, you have these online platforms where they turn in their work, the digital copy. But I would still like to, when I'm actually grading the papers and stuff, or where they're giving a presentation, that this was PowerPoint from a presentation, I like to be able to see the PowerPoint in my hand. I like to look at the assignment in my hand, and then of course enter the grade on the internet. But I don't want to I like paper. So now I have all these papers, and I'm like, some of these projects are examples of assignments that I asked them to do, or these are my syllabi, the syllabi that I had, or whatever kinds of things like that. And he's like, you don't want to go, why do you want to keep them? Or are you going to go back to teaching? And I'm like, no. So I'm saying that energetically, in terms of like energy work, and like in a way like spiritually, or just like the energy that I'm putting out into the universe. If I don't want to work at those jobs, then I don't need to hold on to them. I mean, because it does feel kind of heavy. So I just need to let ish go. Alright, so one box emptied, even though it wasn't a full box, but okay, we're not gonna be picky. Getting a staple remover. Do I need a staple remover for recycling? I'm assuming so. I'm gonna Google that to see if I need to remove the staples. This is taking me forever. It is not necessary to remove such items before recycling paper. Oh, thank God. That's huge. You know how much time I've spent over these past decluttering sessions removing staples? That's gonna like make my time go so much faster. I can't help myself. I gotta save. I have a garbage bag over here too. Okay, so can we just, I just want to acknowledge the elephant in the room, or should I say the hoarder in the room? I get it. I do want to acknowledge that this is the situation that I've created and it's crazy. Look at this. I found my 9th grade prom picture. My 9th grade prom, the 3 of us, best friends. We went to the prom together. That's me in the middle. That's what it looks like in 9th grade. Do I look like that now? This is super good weight loss inspiration. Yeah, 9th grade, right? And look at little Miss Alexis. So sweet. Mommy's baby girl. She was such a joy. Sweet, sweet, sweet baby. Pine Tree Drive. Oh my gosh, these people are in Miami, on Miami Beach, and I used to I used to work there. Like, you probably won't see any heights pictures from when I taught at the high school there on Pine Tree Drive, for Pine Tree Drive, Beach High. But very cool watching a vlog and seeing the street I used to teach on a like ooh fancy vlog. Yeah, that was nice. I need to move back to Miami. Oh God, why did I move here from Miami? It's so nice there. Damn. You gonna smile, girl? I took it for granted. What's up, y'all? I'm about to say no, I always loved it. I think that my hoarding happens because I don't want to take the time to sit here and do this. Like, I feel like I don't want to do this. I also will feel like I'm not good at doing this. It's not easy for me to do this. And so now I'm just like, thank you so much to Michelle. I'm a believer in God, and I believe it was a God thing, because I know that I have been, God is directing me to get rid of this stuff, to clean this stuff up, get my house in order. I just found this letter Alexis wrote to herself. I think it was for like at the end of the year. It says this coming year 2010 I have planned to. And so that was 11 years ago. She's 23, so she was a teenager. Probably, I don't know, whatever the math is. How old was she? You told us the number, how old Alexis was. And so I'm going to go read this to her. I opened it by accident, but I didn't realize what it was. It's got her name on it. So I'll be back. But I do procrastinate on this so much that I actually needed the extra accountability of a challenge group. So seriously, folks, if you hear of any decluttering challenges hosted by anyone announcing like, oh, I'm going to do a decluttering challenge, and coming up, join me or whatever, especially in like a collab. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better than this. I think the big thing is having a month-long challenge that really made me kind of get some of these things done. But you can see, like, I've not even scratched the surface. Another thing that I didn't mention that's in here that I'm going through a lot of is my schoolwork from when I was a student, and also previous jobs, like when I worked on campus and things like that. Like, I literally, though, am a hoarder. Like, I like to keep all this crap. And this is my first time. Like, why? Like what like paper? I guess because it's like, oh, you still have to take the time to go through your papers to decide what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep. I mean, I've always known that I didn't want to keep all this stuff, right? But I don't want to throw things away, because what if I throw away something that I want to keep? Like I haven't seen this stuff in years. Some of my assignments. Oh, that's interesting. Paper I wrote. I should definitely keep the papers Listen, that is what I'm going to do. So that's just what it is, okay? Like I said, I was just talking about saying that I want to keep some things sometimes. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you all so much for being here. And this would be something that would be easy to do while I'm to do live decluttering live hoarder decluttering session. But yeah, it's like, the same way like people do mukbangs and they sit there and talk about whatever. I could totally do a live decluttering session. That's a good idea. Especially, I'm just saying, while I'm in this freaking room, sitting here like this, it's kind of like a decent idea for real. I can get that box done though. Ooh, that would be so great. I'm gonna call Mr. Foot, ask him to bring that big box up. Because I'm just saying, like, this is supposed to be a big deal. Today, having this being the culmination of this minimalism game. And I'm on a roll, and it never hurt anybody to do a little extra decluttering that did it, although it's kind of late, 7:21. I'm gonna weigh that and then see how I feel about that other box. I'll be back. 253. How many pounds? That was 253, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
was it 45?
45 pounds.
You get it, I mean?
60, 58. That's only 45 pounds of stuff, y'all. That's only 45 pounds. So this second box is a box full of things that I'm going to have shredded. I'm gonna have it shredded by the shredding department manager. my goodness. I had these on my wall when I was a teacher in high school, when I taught in the high school. Oh my gosh, because these are poems that Alexis wrote. Oh my gosh, these are adorable. Alexis wrote these poems that were on my wall when I was a teacher. That is crazy. That is crazy. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to take pictures of those and toss them. Yeah, you're like, why don't you do that now? I'm gonna do it. Back off. I am. I just need to focus. I need to get this job done. I had this article in the travel magazine about volunteer vacations, like ways I can get out and travel the world. That was before I went out and traveled the world for the last 8 years. Oh my God. This stuff in this box is so old. That's another thing. Oh, I forgot to mention that part. Yeah, this is stuff that came from South Florida, but I didn't mention the fact that, some of this stuff is stuff that I just had boxed up and carried around, or like sometimes I would just literally just throw papers. I would just have, oh my gosh, bags of papers, like put my papers and stuff in bags, and then just end up putting the bags in boxes, because I didn't want to, like, obviously you can't contain things very well in a bag. Like, seriously, I wish I could show you the inside of this box. I'm showing you now, full of paper. It's crazy that I just never, ever, American Educational Research Association. So that was, when I was teaching at the university. But I never, ever sat down and took the time to go through these things. Oh my gosh. And that's another thing too, that it does feel very nostalgic sometimes going through these things. Like at one point I went through some of these boxes, like these boxes over here. Not at one point, just a couple weeks ago. Probably a couple months ago. It's crazy how there's stuff in here from all different phases of my life, but you know what? Now I remember having to go through this big green box at some times to find something. Like, so if I'm looking for something, oh my God, I would have to like dig through the box to look for it. I mean, that is the craziest thing, right? Oh my God, how crazy is that? Oh my gosh, IKEA 2008. You know that IKEA has discontinued their book? They discontinued it. This, like, 2020? Oh, that's interesting. IKEA stuff really is like timeless. 2008, this stuff is still most of it's like not out of date. It's still up to date. All right, so the camera died as I was working on this red one, but all that was left was this green one. So empty. Mr. Fuller's here.
You said the other one was
27. So 27 plus 45.
72.
45 plus 27 is 12. 72, like he said. 72 pounds. Okay, so this is what I'm decluttering. 72 pounds of paper. Okay. Okay, Mr. Fuller's idea is that I get 15 more items to declutter in order to get, like, say, okay, half a pound for each one of those equals 1, and then 15 items. I'll take that sign, yeah, because that's broken anyway. All right. Okay, I'm gonna pick 9 items out of here. Oh, look, I can find 9 pairs of scissors. Can you count me out 9 pairs of scissors? The little cheapy ones. All right, so let's count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the box is 16. This is 17, 18, 19. Can you check and see what that is? 20. So I did it. I had to declutter 175 items. So I counted a half pound as an item, not a third of a pound, a half pound as an item, and I had to add 15 items to the pile, and I exceeded that. So yay me. Thanks so much for supporting. Make sure you check out the other videos in this collab. I was Mr. Fuller, like, trying to figure out how I'm going to quantify in March, and he says that I should just do the whole thing over again. And I know you're going to agree with him because you see all this crap I have. But geez, I didn't have to feel like it was a lot of work. I didn't have to feel stressful because I knew how much stuff I had. And Trisha from Becoming Me, she was like, oh, you should do it again. And I was like, I'm scared, Trisha. And I am scared. But look at him standing back there. I really should, you know, because I am also going to be getting that stuff in from Kuwait whenever that comes. I'm going to have to go through more stuff. So I need to make room. So I'm gonna do the minimalism game again in March. Anybody care to join me? I'm not gonna do it, you know, as an official collab, I don't think. But I could. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna do the minimalism game again in March. That means I am starting next week. He's not. He's like, yes, yes. Ooh. And I know all of you agree, like I said. Ooh. I'm gonna have to, because how am I gonna get this crap out of here? All right, minimalism game it is. I will see you next week for was it 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 26, 28 items. Only 28 items, week 1. I'll see you next week for 28 items. Join me. For now, keep it at Sunday at 11 a.m. because I can't think of another time. But when I think of another time this week, if I think of another time this week, I'll let you know. And if other people are joining me or whatever, depends on who comments and who says what. We'll see. But if you, I invite any of you out there to play with me. That is decluttering, 1 item per date on the calendar every single day. So on March 1st, you're decluttering 1 item, March 2nd, 2 items, March 3rd, 3 items. And it might not be that bad for me if I kind of try and do it that way, at least to some extent. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you next week with more decluttering. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ciao, friends. Please check out my decluttering and organization playlist. While that playlist shows me getting rid of excess things, this other playlist shows me getting rid of excess weight. If you want to see my weight loss journey. I'm Love Fuller. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ciao, friends.